Okay, hello everybody. It's another episode of Joker Draws. Yeah, I'm doing two for the month of August. The reason being because I did hit the goal in July and I did not release a drawing video. Instead of polling my patrons for this one, I went ahead and made the decision to draw Garnet from Steven Universe. Oh, what a tangled web we weave. It's going to be another bust shot, but I'm going to try to add as much of her hips as I possibly can. Obviously, I'm going to do some layouts first because as much as I've been doing it lately, I really do not recommend working without layouts because when you're working with layouts, you can guesstimate where everything is going to be on the page. You know what I mean? Like for example, if I just started this whole thing as a layout, like look, right now immediately I can tell you once I start getting her afro down, it's going to be on the page right there because I laid it out, you know? As opposed to if I just went ahead and started drawing, you can never tell. And I always recommend you be prepared ahead of time because contrary to what a lot of people make it seem like, drawing is actually hard work, and a lot of us, have spent like years honing these skills. Okay, it's not that hard work. I'm not saying it's like grueling construction labor. All I'm saying is like it does take a little bit of foresight when you're drawing. And I know there are some artists who can actually do it without having to do the underdrawing thing. But I recommend it specifically for beginners and for those who are just trying to learn, because it's a good teaching tool, I guess. This is how I start most of my drawings. I've been doing it the other way recently, strictly because I've seen other artists doing it, and I've always felt the need to sort of like kind of do what they do, just to see if I could do it myself. You know what I mean? Because it's no fun when you're just you're doing your thing, and you see someone else doing something, and you don't try out that technique for yourself. That's how I feel about the whole thing, anyway. Anyways, um, something positive that I heard last time I did a drawing video, which I believe was last week. One of the most positive things I heard was that they enjoyed how I talked about the drawing in question. And so I'm going to attempt to talk about the drawing, despite the fact that I know absolutely nothing about this thing. Like seriously, the only thing I know about this thing is that it's got curves for days, hips for days, and it's got these things. What I understand is a fusion between two lesbian characters, which again I could not. I'm just gonna be very transparent about this. I could not care less for Steven Universe or any of its characters aside from this one right here. And the whole reason why I don't care as much is likely due to the fact that I don't have interest in a lot of cartoon shows these days. You know what I mean? I don't hold a whole lot of interest in modern cartoons, which but you have like you draw modern cartoons, you've drawn them. Yeah, I've drawn them, but they're almost always commissioned. I don't do them of my own volition. Like I've drawn other characters from Steven Universe, and I am sorry, I'm looking up reference currently because I forgot how her suit looks. So I'm just grabbing some reference real quick on my phone so that I could get this star pattern right. Because I always draw her in my style. Always, I never draw her in the show style because those who know me know that I cannot stand the show's style, Steven Universe. I really don't like how it's very just. I don't know. It comes off as very streamlined to me. It's not fun. I don't enjoy it. There are some people that do. More power to you. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying this is my preference. My preference is almost always just try with your character designs. Just take risks. Take bold risks. And yeah, I know the Steven Universe, our art design team, they took bold risks. And she does not have pointy Saiyan armor. She just has two big balls for shoulders. See, that's why I always need to have reference handy. Let's see. I'll draw her sort of like one hand on a hip, and the other hand can be sort of just given like a little peace sign. Just a cute little peace sign. Because who doesn't want peace, man? We are living in some very scary times right now. Like I'm scared. I'm scared for my own life, dude. With all the stuff that's been going on lately in America and around the world, a terrorist attack every Tuesday. It's becoming normalcy, man. I'm not gonna get too political though. I do not. I do not like getting political on my in public at least. I have my political opinions, but I keep those mainly to myself. For one thing, because they're my own. And I don't want to sound too arrogant when I say this, but I do feel like I have sort of a voice. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if I say something, then some people will follow. I'm just minding my words. You know what I mean? Like a lot of celebrities these days, I notice they are straight up just spouting their political opinions, and they're getting crucified for it. Not to say that I'm a celebrity or anything like that. You know, I'm just going to change the subject entirely because I'm not talking about what I'm drawing, and that is Garnet from Steven Universe, who I have lovingly dubbed Afrotron. Why? Because she's got an afro, and at first I thought she was a robot. Ain't life grand that way? I mean, truth be told, afros in general are, I feel, highly underused in a lot of media. Now, I say this, and a lot of people are going to be all like, "Oh yeah, that's why we need more characters to have afros," and I'm just like, I agree. Make some. You know what I mean? Just make some. Like for example, when Street Fighter V came out, and also this new starlet in the WWE named Nia Jax, who I started to like mostly based off her appearance. There was also Laura Matsuda from Street Fighter V, who I guess you could say, borrowed the design for Destiny, who is one of my characters, who is the daughter of my lead character Joaquin. So, sometimes just all that good stuff. But anyways, I've seen clips of this thing. I've seen clips of her just singing and everything. I think it's pretty cute. Again, I still am of the opinion that the show is just if going by its the way it looks now currently, like the way it looks on TV, I'm severely not interested. Like I'm just not, man. I don't care for the show. And a lot of people have said, "Oh, you should care for the show because you like this thing." And I'm like, "Yeah, I do, but just because I like this one thing from this show doesn't mean that I have to like the whole thing." You know what I mean? It's like when people tell me, "Oh, I like your character." Like people like my character Angel Boy better than my character Blue Girl or Joaquin. And it's like that's cool. I mean, do I wish that they'd like my other characters? Sure, but I can't fault them for liking one of my characters because I do the same exact thing sometimes. I mean, does it kind of hurt my pride or my ego? Maybe, but this ain't about me. This is about Garnets. Why do I keep defaulting? Actually, I'll tell you why I keep defaulting to other topics. The reason I keep defaulting to other topics is because I literally have nothing else to say about her aside from what I've already said. You know what I mean? I can't I can't really build an entire video based off of my opinions on the show Steven Universe because one, it's not fair to have the opinions that I have because I've not watched it and I have no desire to. And I tend to abide by the rule of if I haven't seen it and I can't really have a legit opinion on it. Which a lot of people have said is like unreasonable of me. Like, oh, you don't want to watch the show, you're not allowed to draw the character. And I'm like, please. Two words, please. I can draw what I want, when I want, however I want. That of course does not make me free from criticism. Like if you don't like the way I draw this character, hey, you know what? I'm sorry that you don't like it. I do. I prefer it this way. I can't control what you like. I just know what I like looking at, and this is how I see the character. You know what I mean? Give her some nice wide hips, and then of course that little line that separates this area from that area. What can I say? This character is kind of fun to draw as well. At least in my style, she is. And this right here is the devil. This entire hand position right here, I feel is the devil. In fact, I think we can make that hand look a little bit better. We can make that look better, guys. We can do that. Do not ever default. Do not ever like just settle for something looking okay. You know, go for broke, man. Go to make it look as beautiful as you possibly can. Do not settle for lesser ever, because the second you settle for lesser, guess what happens? The second you settle for lesser, then your audience settles for less, and then you begin to stagnate as an artist, and that's just no good. Do not ever stagnate as an artist. The second you do that, that's the second you're just like, that's the second you open yourself up to like some real, hatred. Never settle for something. Always go for the best you can. And okay. All right. Yes, I'm aware her hair does not look like this in the show. Again, I truly, wholeheartedly do not care. Like the way I see it in the show, it's kind of like a legit afro, but not really. I don't know. I like it better when it looks like an actual afro. And yeah, I fill it in with black. That's what I do. I fill it in with black because one, I'm trying to keep this under strong time constraints. Look, the last video took me 20 minutes to get through. This one is so far it's only 11 minutes and I'm already at the home stretch. Anyways, actually let's do a different thing with the nose here. Because what I like to do sometimes is I draw it like a side nose from a side view. But let's go a little bit, not hyper realistic, but sort of. The lips are very important. I have to zoom in for this one. I have to zoom in for this. Let's smooth out some of these lines. But let's thin this out. Let's give her kind of a cute little smirk. Let's give her some nice full lips. Because something I've noticed about the Steven Universe characters, they try giving them full lips. And I've said this before, and I kind of got this from somebody else online. But the lips in Steven Universe kind of look like puckered anuses. So I kind of like giving them sort of a actual lip flavor. Actual lip flavor. I can't believe what I'm saying. But yeah, very Frank Miller-esque. Because despite his ridiculousness in his older age, I still have to say that his art is, highly inspirational to me. Is it perfect? No. Is he a wholesome guy? No. But I enjoy his work. His old work, anyways. Dark Knight Returns is one of my favorite. And again, I'm not talking. Anyways, let's just focus on the garnish, the Afrotron. Let me just go ahead and give her a little bit of color here. I know, like, maybe I'm colorblind, but this is the color I see the star as. Now, usually I would I would sexualize her to the point that I'd make the breasts bigger. I'd give like little nipples, or whatever. But I'm extending an olive branch to Steven Universe fans. I understand you don't like that. I understand you don't like the hypersexualization. So it's like, at the end of the day, I mean, I do want to draw that, and I will. But as far as like drawing this stuff in public, to the view of everybody, because I have people who watch this channel that aren't aware of things, and so I tend to be nice. Anyway, she's got like a very light pink here. Again, I'll never understand the outfit designs. I mean, it's very cute though. I kind of like it. It's very pleasing to look at. It's pleasing to the eye. You know what I mean? Okay, now. All right. So this side is sort of a purple, while this side is kind of a violet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get like there's a bit of reddish purple over here, like maybe around that color. I think that's the color. If it ain't, then oh friggin' well. Let's just get it. So I think that'll work. Yeah, that'll work. But anyways, what do I love about this character? Well, just it's aesthetically pleasing to the eye. You know what I mean? It's very aesthetically pleasing. I adore the color scheme. I enjoy obviously I enjoy the proportions, but there's something about the attitude of the character. Like, because I haven't watched the show, but I've seen animated GIFs, and this character just has like some kind of attitude that I can't put my finger on it, but it's just I said that as I was coloring the finger. But anyways, I can't put my finger on what it is I love about this character, or why it's only this specific character, because there's no other character in this show that I've actually grown to like half as much as this one, based off images alone. Watch, knowing with my luck, it's probably that she's like a really bad character, like she turns out to be like an evil villain or something. I don't know. I mean, she couldn't be. She's always in those promotional images, and like I see Steven Universe comics when I go out, and I think that purple is a little bit off. Tell you what, we'll go back in there and we'll fix that up later. We'll fix that up after the fact. Right now, we just want to get all this stuff filled in. We just want to get, uh, we just want to get the entire outfit colored in. We don't want to waste too much time over here. Anyways, let's just color this stuff in. Boom. I would pull a Todd McFarlane and just sort of like, bucket fill the whole thing. The problem is you can't really bucket fill sketches unless you use a select tool. And at the end of the day, select tool, I'm just coloring the image in anyway. So really, it's just wasting time. Plus, it's not supposed to be pretty. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be loose. And this is how I draw her. Don't feel compelled to draw her the way that I do. If you have your own idea of what she looks like, by all means, like, hell, draw her yourself. Draw her yourself, and then tweet it to me or something, or send it to me on a message or something, because I'm always interested to see like different takes on this character and how people draw her. And if you prefer her show design, don't send me gifs of that. I mean, actually, no, send me gifs of it. I don't care. I'm not really fond of the show, like I said. How many times have I said that too many times? It feels like I have. I have a tendency to repeat myself, which is why I try to not talk during these drawing videos. Like a lot of my early drawing videos, you don't hear me talking very much. Why is that? Well, the reason is because I don't feel like I'm that engaging of a person. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, that's right about good. Okay. Now let's just get this sort of this purple look over here. No, it's a little bit darker than that. Let's go with darker. Yeah. I feel like I was too loud this whole time. I have irrational worries, irrational fears that I come off as worse when I speak things, because I have a tendency to put my foot in my mouth. And I also feel like I talk too fast half the time. The reason I say this is because my mother constantly tells me, or constantly told me, that, son, you talk too fast, you might want to slow down your speech a little bit so people can actually understand you. I don't know, maybe I just get too excited. And that is too light. That is way too light. Let's dull that color a little bit. No. It's too light. Yeah, that's about right, at least to me anyway. Anyways, the shades. Gotta get them shades. And they're kind of like a light bluish color. So what we're going to do is we are going to get the shades in. Just got to get that stuff going, man. Got to get it going. Let's add some highlights here, because shades aren't just at least I think they're shades. I don't know. They might not be. I have seen this thing with 3 eyes. I don't know if that's factual or not. I mean, truth be told, I don't care, but she's kind of got this red skin thing going on, a pretty pinkish skin. I will go back in there and fix up the lips. Don't you worry about that. Just got to get these arms colored in. I was priding myself on this not taking 20 minutes, and I'm already at the 19-minute mark. What could I do? I can't really get too mad at myself for that. Anyways, let's go ahead and give her some lips. Gotta make sure you cover them all in. And you know what? This is a trick that I learned to make the lips kind of pop. Add some highlights. Make them look shiny, like she just applied fresh lip gloss. I mean, she's a gem, so why wouldn't she be shiny? You know what I mean? If I had time, I'd actually go in and make the rest of her shine or glow or whatever. But I'm not going to. Okay, there we go. Let's give her a nice background. Let's see. There's a lot of red and purple. So let's go with sort of maybe a bluish green. Bluish green. Nah, that's not that good. Right around maybe there. Just pale enough, and then like let's go crazy with the background. Let's add some shades. Add some purple. Why am I adding purple? I don't even know. Let's lower that a little bit. Give it a bright and colorful background, I suppose. Your mileage may vary. If you want to, go right ahead. If you don't, then don't. I'm going to give her like nice. Actually, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it at that, and then I'm going to multiply the layer, add some red. That is too dull. That is almost brown. That is miserable to look at. You want to make sure that the background complements the drawing itself. You know what I mean? So, lots of warm colors. Lots of warm colors. Well, I'm going to go with the sort of I'm gonna use some cool colors for the background. Warm colors. Warm colors. Meanwhile, you've got purple here and there. I don't know. Maybe a white background would do. Maybe. We'll see. Let's just add a little bit of pink to sort of brighten it up back here. Make it look nice and happy. Because there's one thing we do not want. We do not want a depressing drawing. We do not. We want happy drawings. We want happiness. That's what we want. It's a little too bright. Let's decrease that a little bit, and let's add our signature, because a drawing is never complete until you sign it. And the year is 2017. Anyways, that's been me drawing Garnet for you guys. Hope you enjoyed, and honestly, just check out my stuff. Support me on Patreon. I'll post the link down below in the description. Follow me on Twitter. Just have at it, man. This is Jokar216 signing off. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Hopefully, I'll see you next time. Hopefully, the Patreon doesn't dip below 150. If it does, then no more drawing videos. But as long as it stays above 150, there will be drawing videos every month. I promise that.